always do that. I'm a night rider. Every time that I go up past midnight, I swear I get higher. Swear I gotta get higher now. I'm a night rider. Every time that I give what I got, I supply that fire. I supply that fire. What is up, you beautiful bookworms, and welcome back to another episode of Bookmarks with Bump. I'm your host, Bump, the 7-year sober recovering addict. Hi, I'm Sean. I'm an alcoholic. Yeah, what else? I do a lot of other cool things too. I'm just your average, everyday Department of Labor tradesman who's also an endurance runner and overall dog. That's it. I got a dog mentality and I like sharing it. And I share it by way of threads that I found on Twitter. Scrolling through on my toilet breaks at work and not really giving myself the time to read them because I'm too busy being a dog. And what do dogs do? They run around and they shit all over the place. And that's exactly what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. This week's a little bit different than last week. Thank you if you're still a listener after hearing me talk about myself for 28 some odd minutes and then talking about football. I'm sure that could be something not everybody's that into. But if you're back again this week, I've got threads for you. I've got threads and nothing but threads. So let's dive right into them. This popped into my radar because I myself was an addict, and we're going to get addicted. For the next 6 months, we're going to become addicted to these 12 habits. And we'll be unrecognizable by September at this point. We're recording in March. I probably bookmarked this around January if I had to guess. A thread by I Am Clint Murphy. Wake up early. The early bird gets the worm. When you wake up early, you're already ahead of most people. To become a morning person, ease into it. Get natural AM light. Wind down in the evenings. Be consistent, even weekend. Plan something to look forward to. Keeping it consistent even on the weekends is huge. Honestly, I mean, coming from somebody who has to wake up 4 a.m. on the weekdays, I will tell you, Mondays are only hard because we throw ourselves completely out of our rhythm. We have 5 days a week, we're doing things a certain way, and then 2 days of the week, we just get to screw off. It does throw me out of my rhythm on Mondays. Nonetheless, I still get up and do it because I know that I have to, and people are relying on me, but it's still one of those things that it has a little bit of a groggy effect on you, and you don't like to perform on those days. I've always woken up early even before I had this job, and that to me was just to be able to do my workouts at a convenient rate. I mean, think about it. If you wake up early enough to work out and shower and get ready before you have to go to work, think about that relief, that true freedom you get to feel once you get out of work. Fix your sleep. Number 2, the thread goes on to say, data shows 30% of adults are sleep deprived. Poor sleep affects your mind, body, and spirit. But when you sleep 8 hours, it calms and restores the body, improves concentration, sharpens judgment, improves decision, and regulates mood. And all of that is the truest of the true effect. I could list endless examples, and I say 6 to 8 is probably the best, but I know that days that I get 8 hours, I wake up and I feel like I'm ready to take on the world. And there are days where I get 6 hours and I feel like I gotta get through this. The thread goes on to say exercise, something we need to get addicted to. You need to get a sweat on and get strong. Run, dance, do yoga, and lift weights. And after 6 months of exercise, not only will you get fit, you'll sleep better. You'll lose body fat and increase confidence. It's also going to improve your energy overall on a day-to-day basis. I believe in move it or lose it. I think a lot of times when we're not moving, we feel tired because we're not doing anything. We got to keep ourselves moving, and we got to keep our motors running. Walk 15,000 steps. Long walks are the ultimate habit stack. And increased fitness is a side benefit. While you walk, meditate and generate ideas. Listen to podcasts or audiobooks. Bonus points if you wear a weighted vest and bring a furry friend. Take your pet outside. Wants to touch grass. Journal. Journaling will help with stress, anxiety, and depression. In the morning, journal on gratitude, affirmations. Today, I choose to. What will bring me joy today? In the evening, journal to celebrate wins, close open loops, and plan your tomorrow. Invest in learning. Wealthy people never stop learning. Books, coaches, online courses, business teachers, they spend money to make money. The average person focuses on the $10,000 cost. The wealthy person focuses on the $100,000 they'll make from it, their ROI, return on investment. Read books. Knowledge is power. When you read, you'll stand on the shoulders of giants. Most of the knowledge in the world is in books, and it can be in yours for free. Set your target to read 20 to 30 pages today. And before you know it, you'll have multiple books done in a year. This is something that I picked up last year, and I found myself just scrolling endlessly through social media from time to time, especially on my breaks at work. And now, instead of pulling out my phone, I will read a book. Like I said, Twitter is the only really social media I'll ever scroll on, and I'll only ever scroll on it when I'm on the toilet. Those are my strict parameters around the app of Twitter. Social media is a tool. It's not a lifestyle. But books can definitely help your lifestyle and bring a new lifestyle into your horizons. I've been reading now consistently for the last 6 months or so, and I tell you, I don't feel as much dread as I do when I spend my 15 minutes, 30 minutes on break in my phone instead of inside of a book. Build rare skills. People focus on in-demand skills. Instead, focus on rare skills. And rare skills are a combo of multiple skill sets that mix into a superpower, such as an accountant who can understand leadership, is a public speaker, and is a strong writer. And you should write and publish. Social media is a powerful form of permissionless leverage, and you don't need a large audience to succeed. The easiest way to build your audience is to write consistently. Own your niche, set the right goals, and make customers the hero. And I think that's what the new podcasting is. At least that's what it is for me. This is my form of putting myself out there, publishing myself, and giving myself leverage. What do I do with this podcast? I inspire and motivate. And what do I want to do in life? Exactly that. And if I can go back and say that I've been doing that now for 10, 20 years, when we get somewhere down the road, they'll have a catalog of leverage to look onto. Fix your thinking. You are what you think. Your thinking's flawed, and you can fix it. And you can do that by reading. You can practice Stoicism, Buddhism, meditation, mindfulness, shadow work, cognitive behavior therapy. Do the work to understand and fix your thinking. And you could also talk to God. Understand that the world is bigger than you, and there's something bigger than us. And that's what a lot of reading and mindfulness will do for you. It will help you remain small. We want to carry around big personalities. We want to be big people, and we are. At the end of the day, we are, but we have to remind ourselves of how small we are, and we can't take our problems or our success way too seriously. Build your circle, and your circle is your net worth. If your friends are wealthy, you will be. If your friends are physically fit, you will be. Surround yourself with people who have achieved what you want in life, and you'll find yourself reaching your goals. I don't know how much I agree to this. I think that the biggest thing you could do to reach your goals is to work for them. And speaking of work we work for them, the last thing we should get addicted to is picking up a side hustle. A side hustle is an income you earn outside of your 9-to-5. To generate side income today, all you need is desire, an idea, and a phone, and a commitment. There's no reason we all shouldn't have a side hustle. And my side hustle is really free. It's free for everybody. Like I said a couple weeks ago, please reach out if you're looking for a fitness plan. I'm here to inspire, motivate, and keep people accountable. And if you want a fitness plan, please email me at bookmarkswbump@gmail.com. And I'll hook you up with some weight training, some cardio guidelines, some stretching, little things that you can do on a day-to-day basis to help you move in the right direction of always staying moving. Because, like I said, move it or lose it, that might be a myth, but it might not be. And I've got some fitness industry myths that we're going to bust right here today. Rob Fit Legacy put together a thread that goes on to say the fitness industry is built on lies to keep you stuck in spending money. Here are the 10 biggest myths holding you back and the truths that will set you free. 1. Supplements are essential. Supplements are a billion-dollar distraction. You don't need a magic stack to lose fat or build muscle. What actually matters? I've talked about it all the time. Consistency with training and hitting your calorie and protein goals. Supplements are the last 1%. If you want to guarantee fat loss, this guide will no free ads. Number 2, you need endless workouts to gain muscle. More is not better. Adding exercises and sets can lead to worse progress due to the excessive stress that you can't recover from on a day-to-day basis. Focus on quality, 2 to 3 hard sets per exercise, with a full range of motion and close to failure, 0 to 1 reps in your reserve. Fewer sets, done right, win every time. Lifting heavy is the only way to get stronger, and this is false. You can build strength and muscle in a range of 1 to 25 reps. Of course, 1 rep or 25 reps aren't necessarily the best approach. If your goal is to gain muscle, you should be working in a 5 to 10 rep range most of the time. Always maxing out or lifting under 5 reps leads to injuries. Moderate loads and controlled reps equals sustainable gains. You need to eat clean to lose fat. You don't need a perfect diet. Fat loss happens in a caloric deficit. You can lose fat while eating chocolate if your calories are in check. Focus on overall intake and not food labels. You need to eat fewer calories from foods that keep you full and help retain muscle. Another free ad, but I won't give it. I'll give a little bit of my own advice as well. 1 Reese's peanut butter cup is about 100 calories. Now, the problem that we run into a lot of times is that we have more than one. We are insatiable as people here in America, and I think that's what the land of the free is. It's freedom to give yourself whatever you want, but sometimes we don't know what we should want. So, you have to, yes, don't not focus on food labels, but keep count of what's on the food labels and how much of it you're having. Number 5, carbs make you fat. Carbs don't make you fat. Overeating does. Oh, that's like what I just said. Chips, cookie, ice cream, carb and fat combos are what make you most likely to overeat, not carbs alone. And that's because ice cream, chips, cookies, these are all things that are very calorically dense. Number 6, you need to do cardio to lose fat. You don't really need cardio at all. Fat loss comes from a calorie deficit. Cardio is just a tool to burn calories. Walk more, lift weights, and let your diet do the work. And it's not a diet. It's just a proper schedule of eating, a proper way of eating. Not eating, not overeating, not gorging yourself. This is taking your time with your meals and so on and so forth. Number 7, sweat is a good workout. Sweating doesn't measure effectiveness. A great workout is about progressive overload, trading intensity, and recovering well. I agree. I have workouts where I don't sweat. Like shoulder days, I don't really sweat that much. But I do know that I'm working out well, not only because am I a little bit sore on the next day, or not only am I gaining strength, there are many indicators that tell me, besides sweat, that I'm having a great workout. Now, when I run, however, there's no stopping the sweat there. Number 8, fast weight loss is better. And that's not true because quick fixes equal quick failures. The faster you lose weight, the more likely you'll lose muscle and regain fat. Aim to lose 0.5 to 1% of your body weight per week. Slow, steady, and sustainable. Number 9, machines are useless for building muscle. Machines are fantastic because they are more stability and better muscle activation. It helps you keep form. It's easier to train close to failure. Forget the free weights only dogma. Use both. Free weights are great because they bring in stabilizing muscles. They do help you they do help different muscle fibers retract and help you get a reaction from them. However, machines are great for overall strength because it keeps your form nice and tight. It also helps you to work with more weight. More weight is a higher intensity, and if you have a higher intensity, you will bring more stress to the muscles and help build them. Both are really great, and each have a great purpose for each of them. I use a lot of machines for my auxiliary lifts and a lot of free weights for my main compound lifts, and I think everybody should do the same. Number 10, and the last one here, is that you need long workouts to see results, and this is wrong. You can build muscle and lose fat in as little to 20 and 30 minutes 3 times a week. What matters is intensity and consistency, not marathon sessions. And that's rich coming from a marathon runner, but it's true. It's all about the balance of in and out and what we do on a day-to-day basis. The fitness industry thrives on complicating things, but the truth is that all you really need is to train consistently and eat in a caloric deficit for fat loss, eat in a slight surplus for gain, and prioritize sleep and recovery. It's simple, sustainable, and effective, and all you really need to do is figure out what your maintenance calories are with the activity that you do on a day-to-day basis, and subtract 500 if you're trying to lose weight, or add 500 calories a day if you're trying to gain weight. And if that's the case, you have to be patient and do this 1 pound a week. You don't want to gain too much fat. You don't want to lose too much muscle. It's all about balance, and it's all about patience. I think that's the biggest thing you can learn from working out and being consistent with working out is how much of the truth patience being a virtue is. I mean, there is no truer words that could be said. And it's not just about good things coming to those who wait. It's good things coming to those who wait while they're working for them. And somebody who's worked for something for a really long time is somebody that's a very polarizing figure. We're going to bring up the final boss, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. A couple of weeks ago, I unveiled how much I know about WWE, and I think that's a guilty pleasure for me, where there are ladies who like to watch dumb reality shows. My dumb reality show is Monday Night Raw. I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, and as a young adolescent, professional wrestling really captured my eye. And the lore of the stories of the characters that were portrayed by these beefcakes in the ring, jumping around, slamming each other, throwing bedpans and baking sheets at each other's heads, bleeding all over the place, saying raunchy things to scantily clad women. It was exactly what I needed to help me form myself into a man. And one of the people who was at the top of this list was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who has remained in the WWE as a pivotal figure. He's a member of the board. He's a part owner of the WWE now, which is crazy to be a former wrestler who turns into an owner here. But nonetheless, that's what he did. And he parlayed that into a very lucrative action film career. He's been in Fast and the Furious, and most recently, he's been in The Red One. Santa's Bodyguard in Red One has a secret. It's a diet which consists of consuming more calories than 3 grown men combined. At 52, he's still getting stronger. Let's break down the routine that transferred him into The Rock. A full day with Dwayne Johnson. CEO Impact Winston Zinn put out this thread. As always, the links are in the description. Please follow along and read along with me. The thread goes on to say most people know him as The Rock. But before the days of walking the red carpet in Hollywood, Dwayne Johnson was a broke football player with $7 to his name. At 23, his dreams of playing in the NFL were crushed after a severe shoulder injury meant he needed reconstructive surgery. But that setback turned out to be just what was necessary. He turned to wrestling, and within months transformed from a man down on his luck to wrestling's biggest star. He was crowned WWE champion 8 times, Intercontinental champion twice, and he was a Royal Rumble winner. Along the way, he did discover something crucial about success. Physical transformation could change everything. He bulked up to 260 pounds of almost entirely muscle, which allowed him to perform superhuman physical feats. Here's the exact routine he used to reshape his life. He'd wake up at 3:30 a.m., and while the world would sleep, The Rock is already doing his morning cardio on an empty stomach. This isn't just about burning calories. These quiet morning hours are when he takes a mental inventory, finding clarity for the day ahead. But the real work hasn't even started. His workouts target every muscle group with extreme precision. Monday is chest and cardio. Tuesday is back and neck. Wednesday is shoulders and cardio. Thursday, arms and calves. Friday, chest and back. 2 huge muscle groups again. Saturday, legs. Each session is a 2 to 3 hour war against gravity, but the workouts aren't the hard part. It's getting enough nutrients in to fuel his body. The Rock consumes 6 protein-rich meals per day, each precisely planned. Meal 1 is an 8-ounce flank steak, whole eggs, whites, brown rice, mushrooms, onions, and peppers. How many eggs? I'm curious, because I eat about 8 to 12 eggs a day. What's The Rock packing down? And steak and eggs for breakfast. This guy is living large. Cost to be the final boss. Meal 2, 8 ounces of cod, sweet potato, and vegetables. Meal 3, 8 ounces of chicken, white rice, and vegetables. I'm happy to see this guy isn't the only guy eating 8 ounces of protein every time he eats. That's something I do too. Got to pack it in. 6 meals. I mean, this is a pretty normal day for somebody who's really tracking their calories, tracking their macros here. Meal 4 is 8 ounces of cod, rice, and vegetables. Meal 5 is 8 ounces of steak, potato, and vegetables. Here we go. Meal 6, breakfast for dinner, 10 egg whites and vegetables, plus supplements and protein shakes. I'm wondering what kind of supplements The Rock is on. Any illegal ones from different countries? I don't know. But this isn't just about getting big. Each meal is precisely timed to fuel his intense training sessions. His supplement stack includes amino acids, which are great for muscle growth and recovery. Branch-chain amino acids, preventing muscle breakdown to maintain intensity throughout a workout. Casein, for a steady protein supply. Casein is a late-release protein. Fish oil to limit inflammation. Glucosamine for joint health. And L-glutamine boosts immune functionality. But there's a mental component, too. The Rock shifted his mindset. Oh, and I love this. And this is something I use a lot. This is huge in sports. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson shifted his mindset from have to get to. This simple change transformed his approach to the grind. Those 3:30 a.m. cardio sessions, they're not a punishment. They're opportunities for mental clarity and decision making. And the results speak for themselves. This is something that I love to say, and especially when somebody is being apologetic about a favor I might be doing for them or whatever it is. I love to say that I don't have to, I get to. We don't have to do anything. The option of no is always right in front of us. But when you go ahead and do it, you're doing it because, why? Because you have to. A lot of times, yeah, do you have to survive? Like going to work? Sure. But I don't have to go to work at my job, which is a strenuous, tough job, and there's a lot of thinking involved. I could go do something easier. I don't have to go be a journeyman in a trade. I get to. I don't have to have a goal to run in the Boston Marathon. I get to. I don't have to pick up lemons for my mom when she's out of lemons. I get to. Everything that's thrown upon us, we don't have to, we get to. We get opportunities with every single thing we do. Anyway, maintaining his physique at 52 is no small feat. His transformation from a broke football player to Hollywood star shows one thing. Consistent habits compound over time. It always starts with a single step. Dwayne Johnson didn't become The Rock overnight. He built his empire one rep, one meal, one early morning at a time. And The Rock's story teaches us something powerful. Transformation isn't about resources, it's about resourcefulness. Before the 7,000-calorie meals and private gym, he started with just bodyweight exercises. Fancy equipment and expensive supplements aren't must-haves when it comes to physical transformation anymore. Your body is the best gym you'll ever have. With the right guidance, you can achieve extraordinary results. AI can now analyze every workout with the same attention The Rock gives his training, creating personalized progression paths, breaking down each movement pattern, providing instant form correction, and much more. Want to try it out for yourself? Go ahead and download Impact, IMPAKT.com. It gives out AI-powered coaching that interacts with workouts, and I guess I will give a free plug for that because it is something that I agree with. But if you want a workout not done by AI, by somebody who can be your accountability buddy and somebody who can connect with you, please feel free to send me a message, whether it's on Twitter at BumpOfTTS, Instagram, TCGXBump, or at my Gmail, bookmarkswbump at gmail.com. Reach out, and I'll help you out any way I can. I've been certified in personal training since 2020, and I'm a dog myself, so if you want to be a dog, come bark at this one. Other than that, please follow me on everything. Subscribe, hit like on the video on YouTube. Leave a rating if you're listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify, as well as Amazon Music and iHeartRadio. Bookmarks with Bump is a 5-platform podcast, so subscribe, listen, and review on whatever platform of your choosing. It'd be a great favor to me. I'd love that so much. And as always, it's all love. God bless. I've been riding a wave like I surf. I've been leaning in and out of work. I could show you what it's worth. Money to the ceiling, I started at the dirt. I've been riding a wave like I surf. I've been leaning in and out of work. I could show you what it's worth. Money to the ceiling, I started at the dirt. I'm a night rider. Every time that I go out past midnight, I swear I get higher. Swear to God I get higher now. I'm a night rider. Every time that I give what I got, I supply that fire. I supply that fire, man. I'm a night rider. Every time that I go out past midnight, I swear I get higher. Swear to God I get higher now. I'm a night rider. Every time that I go out past midnight, I swear I get higher. Swear to God I get higher, man.